Alright, so tonight's review is on the WoSport Future Tactical Helmet. I picked this thing up for around $115. Right out of the box, I was rather impressed with it. I thought that the overall build was pretty sturdy. The NVG mount is metal, and it does fit the GoPro NVG mount relatively nicely. However, there is some wobble in it, which I'm not overly thrilled about. I have a bump helmet that I've used in the past, and that is a tight fit. This doesn't move around at all. I thought that maybe the rail system would be a little bit beefier as far as the plastic. I saw some other reviews where they did talk about the rail, but it wasn't too in depth. This is just, the rail's garbage. It really is. I would not put anything on here. Not that it's going to fall off, but just that the rail system itself is going to break. It feels really, really cheap. Not something that I would trust at all. Moving farther back, on either side you have this turntable right here. This is your helmet adjustment. It opens it or closes it so you can get a proper fit to your head. It does come with a integrated harness that goes on the back, so this can be worn as just a face mask or the full helmet. My head's big enough where I don't need the integrated harness, so I took that out. On this side, right here, you have the other turntable, and now to your fan switch. The fan's functional. However, well, just listen. It's pretty loud. You can't hear yourself think when this is on your head and the fan is going. This does not come with the mesh piece on it. This is one of the extra pieces that comes in the box. After playing Nerf with my son, I realized that my fat ass running around, I really tend to fog the lenses up pretty quick, and having the fan on low is not enough. So I replaced this, and this reduced fogging by, I want to say, probably 75%. It comes with tinted black lenses and multiple other colors that you could possibly want, including the mesh. For shits and giggles, I put the mesh in, and then I put the clear plastic right behind it on the inside. I just wanted to see if it would fit. So far, I've shot the shit out of this with Nerf at close range using the Nerf Rival. I'm sure most of you guys know that. That's the one that hurts like a bitch when you get shot with it. And the lenses haven't moved. I don't know how it would take an impact from a 6mm pellet yet. Haven't tested that out. And honestly, this was $115. I don't have a sponsor giving me this for free, so I'm not intentionally going to destroy something that I spent money on. So yeah, as far as that's concerned, I'm not gonna blast this. If you want to see a video of somebody destroying it, check out Airsoft Mike. He has a whole video on specifically this helmet where he beats the hell out of it. Shoots it at point blank range with 350 feet per second. I think he uses a Vector and then a minigun. I can't remember. But he does wind up destroying the lenses ultimately. At close range on full auto with, I think, 0.28 gram BBs. I'm not exactly sure. Don't quote me on that. I'll try to put the link in the description. But yeah, so he beats the hell out of the lenses. They will fail. Again, 350 feet per second at very, very close range. He was able to crack both the lenses. Multiple impacts. It wasn't like one or two. It was multiple impacts on the same lens. I'm not saying that the lenses they give you are rated for airsoft. They're not. The company even says that. I did reach out to them to see if there was replacement lenses that you could get for this, and their answer was that's why we provide you with the mesh. They did not say that you could fit the mesh and the plastic together, or the other lenses. I just gave it a shot, and so far it's worked. They don't pop out. I'm pushing on them pretty hard there, and they stay in place. I'm not a big fan of just mesh, because God forbid somebody's using cheap plastic BBs, you'll get something in your eye. As far as getting shot in this portion, on the inside there is another cloth mesh. So hopefully if a BB fragment gets through this, it'll get caught in this. Now you can kind of see right there, I've removed this pad. So far this has been the bane of my existence. Taking my head in and out of the helmet, this constantly falls out. Now the Velcro that's inside, the other portions, that stayed in place. It seems to be holding up pretty well. This is the portion that goes up on your forehead and obviously around your eyes. This needs to come out in order for you to go ahead, and there is some screws in here and up around this area, not sure how well you can see it, that need to come out in order to replace the lenses. You can, if you have a small enough screwdriver, I mean lengthwise, get in there and take it out with the helmet all together. It's a fucking pain in the ass. My recommendation is just pull the back of the helmet off, swap the lenses, put the back on. I don't think many people are going to need the included head harness. Again, my head's big enough where I can run this helmet without it. Now, I haven't played airsoft with this yet, just Nerf. And I'm going to continue to use this when I play Nerf with my son, because he doesn't believe in body shots. He's headshots or nothing. So he's set for the zombie apocalypse. The only thing I've done with this airsoft wise is I tested a Tag 67. This helmet took quite a few hits both to the face and the lenses. No damage to the helmet at all, no nicks or marks or anything, unlike me where I've got a few welts on my chest from it. I might add that video in this, but that's a separate review that's coming up soon enough. Overall, this helmet, I'm impressed with the build quality. I wish there was lenses that were rated for airsoft. The DevTech lenses will not fit this. It's a different cut. So that's the downside. Even though this is a DevTech knockoff, I don't care what the company says, this is a knockoff of the DevTech. It's just not going to work. Hopefully the mesh and plastic will hold up long enough that, it should work. I do not feel comfortable taking this to an outdoor field where they have limits of 400 feet per second on your airsoft guns. Indoors, where maybe they're 350 and under, I will wear this helmet. Just because I haven't gotten shot in the face with this yet. I'm not too eager to do it. I don't know anybody who would willingly just get shot in the face just for the hell of it. But ultimately, I am going to take this to an indoor range. I'm not sure where, and we'll see how it holds up. Other than that, as far as it being comfortable, the padding on the inside is actually quite nice. It is pretty thick for some of the padding that they give you, especially it being $115. One of the bump helmets that I got, The padding that I got was thick, but it was also rock solid. This is not. It's thick, but it does have some play, which is nice. I am impressed with it. The fan does absolutely suck. You really, if you have to go ahead and use the fan, you're praying to God that you've got other people close by you that can cover you, because you can't hear a damn thing at all. You can't hear yourself think. You're not hearing your buddy talk to you. It does kind of suck. Also, the downside to this helmet, I have a big head. Hearing protection. Now, a lot of guys may say, oh, you don't need it. Well, if you're outdoors and you're using either the Enola Gay 67 or the Tag 67 or the Tag Archangel or Reaper, especially if you're on the receiving end of those, you may want some hearing protection. They're loud. Even your Thunder Bee. I think that's coming in around 130 decibels when it goes off. I could be wrong. All I know is it's loud. The Tag 67 had my ears ringing for 5 minutes, and that was 3 feet away. Yeah, hearing protection would be nice. I like the noise canceling, the same thing that I take to the range to go shooting with, but you're not fitting that under this helmet. I've tried. Does not work. You can extend the helmet this way, not this way. So that's the downside there. I have to take off for the fact that this is a rip-off of DevTech. So I'm going to take off at least 3 points right there. That's a downside. I would give this 6 out of 10 stars. Those guys, again, who are tech savvy may be able to pull this helmet apart and replace the fan for something that's maybe a little bit higher speed, but quieter. I'm sure you could find something if you've built computers before. I cannot do that shit. You give me something like that and I will absolutely destroy it in a heartbeat. So I will not mess with any of that stuff. But the only other thing that I think I would do to this is maybe a paint job. I don't know. It definitely does need some battle damage to give it a little bit more personality. But aside from that, I'm happy with the helmet. I don't regret my purchase. And at some point I am going to take it to an indoor field and we'll see how it holds up. If something changes and the helmet just goes to shit, there will... I'm starting to wonder if I replace this piece with the mesh, if I'll fog as much. You know what, I want to do that. I want to try replacing it. And then we'll... Yeah.